So Dolph, let's begin.
Let's begin.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is I'm a big Chevy Chase guy. You may not know this. Fletch is my favorite movie. About a cool detective guy, tricks a few different people, and he's a news reporter. Kind of saves the day at the end. I don't want to give any spoilers, but nice old comedies because it's based on a book that I really liked. Also, that was really funny and smart. So, Fletch, and no one watching will know what that movie is, and that makes it that much better, I think.
What's the best match of your career?
And it's really hard to just pick one in my entire career. I've been very lucky. I've worked legends and mentors, friends of mine. It's really cool to do live events, the ones you don't see on television. Those are some of the most fun you'll ever have in your entire life. So we're wrestling against Edge for the World Championship on live events in Canada, and having him throw me into the hockey boards is one of my most favorite memories that I can remember.
Okay. So, little mean question. What's your worst match then?
My worst match, holy cow. You got any in mind? I've had some bad ones. It won't hurt my feelings if you have like 10 that you're scrolling through right now.
No.
Worst match, holy cow, I don't know. You know, this year's Royal Rumble, I was thrown out of there in about a minute. So I'm gonna have to go with that. But if you can think of a bad match, I'll agree with you, but I just, there's so few and far between.
Your personal hero?
Oh. Who's your personal hero?
The Rock, actually.
The Rock is your personal hero. You know what? How do you not get behind The Rock? The guy, he's so nice to everyone. He's the biggest superstar in the world, and not just in WWE. He's the biggest star in the world. He always has a time for fans. He always does some Q&As. He's always doing something on social media. He's always appearing somewhere and always doing it with a smile on his face. That's a great call.
Yeah, he's a great guy. But your personal hero?
You know what? Before I got to WWE, Kurt Angle opened a lot of doors because he came from the amateur wrestling background. I never got anywhere near that level at the Olympics, but I was a collegiate wrestler who did pretty well for himself. And because he did so awesome and took to this business so well, they gave smaller guys who are from the wrestling industry, collegiate wrestling and university wrestling, they gave guys like me a chance to get my foot in the door. So, Kurt Angle.
A movie that scared you when you were a child?
Nightmare on Elm Street. And Jaws.
What do you prefer, gaming or reading?
Reading, 100%. Sorry.
Okay. So
but you have to read the instructions before you play a game, and you have to go online and argue with people over comments about it. So the reading's still involved, but the game is also there.
So what's your favorite book then?
Oh, I know. I just told you Fletch was my favorite.
Oh, Fletch is also.
There's an entire detective series, and Fletch is a great book. But there's so many great books out there for everything. Every movie that you've seen, it was already a book in your head. There's a Fletch detective series. There's probably 8 or 9 books, and I reread them all the time from like 1979 or 1980 or something.
Okay. So what's the best video game of all time?
Well, I just played 2K18, and every year it gets more and more realistic to where it scares me. If you have I have a little scar under my mustache on my face, and you can see it on there. And, you know, if I had a good back muscles that day, I see them. The day we made the video game, I see it in there. The games every year with 2K get so realistic that I wonder if one year we're just going to be out of here and the video games are going to take over and you guys are going to watch them. I don't know.
Okay. Do you have a guilty pleasure movie?
What about you? What you got?
That's My Boy, Adam Sandler movie. It's really stupid, but I kind of like it.
It's a great Adam Sandler movie. No, it really is. But it just reminded me, there's an Adam Sandler movie on Netflix with David Spade.
Oh yeah,
The Do-Over, maybe it's called, and I really liked that one. I thought it was good. I liked it. I know it's fun for everyone to bash Adam Sandler movies, but
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, some of them are not that bad.
Yeah, I like it.
Your favorite Star Wars movie?
You have to ask Zack Ryder. I've never seen any of them. He tells me the story of all of them, and that the oldest ones were really the middlest ones, and the newest ones were really the oldest ones. Something like that, right? And everybody hates those 3 in the middle that are really from the beginning, or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of fascinating. All of you WWE Superstars told me, oh no, I never seen Star Wars.
No, not all the WWE Superstars.
The ones I've been talking to at least.
I would say about 2/3 of our locker room discuss it on a daily basis and talk about the action figures and all this stuff. And a third of us would go, never saw it, man. Sorry. I saw Spaceballs. I loved Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, great. Who's the funniest guy in the WWE locker room?
Zack Ryder on accident. The Miz is the loudest. God, what else? Yeah, Zack Ryder's problems are usually vented out to the locker room, and we all have a good laugh about it. So.
Okay, the most annoying guy in the locker room.
The Miz, but he's also a friend, so the Miz. Mojo Rawley likes to get a little bit too hyped when I'm trying to read a book or something, so Mojo. I'm trying to look around right now and see who else. I don't see anybody here right now, so I'll let him off the hook.
Okay, so Hogan or Austin?
For what? Governor?
For best WWE superstar.
Oh, well, my first ever show was when I was 5 years old. I went and saw Hulk Hogan wrestle Harley Race, and I told my dad I wanted to be a wrestler, so I got to go with Hogan.
Yeah. Okay. The most
How many of those cards do you have?
It's the last one. The most underrated WWE superstar.
Cesaro. He should be 10-time world champion by now.
I agree with that.
You can build an entire company around Cesaro because he's smart, he's good at wrestling, he's strong, he can wear the hell out of a suit and go talk to people like at a 2K meeting right now or go to Marketplace. You can do anything, and you can have him coach everybody else in the locker room also. 100%.
Best finishing move of all time?
Lance Storm's super kick.
Okay. Last question. What's the most annoying question in interviews?
When they just hold a bunch of cards and read bullet points off them instead of just going, hey, do you like wrestling? What book do you like? Like, I could have remembered all that stuff. The most annoying one is when you're at a video game place, you just play the video games, had fun with a kid who beat my butt, and then you're just like, what's your favorite match? And you're like, I don't know, man, all of them. That kind of stuff.
We didn't have much time, so I had to do this question.
You got a lot of time in, which I appreciate. What's your what match you looking forward to most on Sunday?
On Sunday, actually AJ Styles versus Nakamura.
And why are you looking forward to that so much? Because they wrestled each other in Japan 20 years ago?
No, because they're both great superstars.
There's a lot of great superstars.
Have a lot of charisma. Are one of the best wrestlers in the world right now, I would say. It's just a huge match.
Great answer, I'll allow it. I like both those guys.
Okay.
Great, been in the ring with both of them. Really looking forward to that match also.
Thank you, Dolph.
You got it.